In the 15th century, Bhutan was blessed with the birth of the great Buddhist saint Tirthun Pemal Lingpa. Pemal Lingpa revealed sacred Buddhist treasures hidden by the great saint and master Guru Rinpoche to be discovered at an appropriate time in the future. But the greatest gift of Pemal Lingpa to Bhutan remains the legacies of his descendants, the royal family. In the 17th century, Zhabdrung Ngawang Namgyel unified Bhutan and established a dual system of governance headed by a religious and a secular leader. But after the passing of the great Zhabdrung, Bhutan was plagued with internal strife and external threats. Until the black legend Jigme Namgyel rose to the power in the 19th century. It was the destiny of the sacred lineage Tunga Cheje or the great saint Pemal Lingpa to be the keepers of the Raven crown and lead Bhutan into the 20th century. His would be the line of exceptional leaders who would lead Bhutan into a harmonious future. The unanimous selection of Jigme Namgyel's heir, Khonsa Ugyen Wangchuck, as the first hereditary king of the Kingdom of Bhutan in 1907 assured in an era of peace and prosperity. The golden era of monarchy in Bhutan served kings who would lead with immense wisdoms, navigating travel with a style unique to their times. The kings of Bhutan are true Dharma Kings, placing foremost the welfare of the people. It was revealed in Guru Rinpoche's hidden text, unearthed by Tirthun Dorje Lingpa, that the year of the Earth-ship would see the coming of the great king who would deliver an unprecedented era of peace and prosperity to his people. According to the prophecy, His Majesty Jigme Wangchuck, the fourth king of Bhutan, was born on the 11th November in 1955, corresponding to the wood ship year in Deshan Choling Palace. King Jigme Wangchuck became the fourth Gyalpo of Bhutan at the tender age of 17. Of a nation plunged in sorrow after the early departure of the beloved third Gyalpo Jigme Dorje Wangchuck for the abode of the mountain gods. Bhutan, which had begun to take its first steps towards modernity, now embraced it in its own unique manner under His Majesty Jigme Wangchuck's reign. Bhutan witnessed massive development in one generation with an access of basic infrastructures and amenities to everyone in the country. An enrollment of nearly every child in a school, and most importantly, the empowering of citizens to pursue their dreams. What sets apart the development approach followed by His Majesty from that of other leaders is his focus on striking the right balance, moving forward but not forsaking our past, embracing globalization but not forgetting our identity, developing but without compromising the environment, valuing above all else gross national happiness. Such ability can only stand from an unconditional love for one's people. In the final act of astounding comparison and vision, His Majesty King Jigme Wangchuck, having had nurtured democracy for decades, relinquished power to reluctant people, introducing democracy and ensuring it would flourish under the guidance of a benevolent monarch. Never before had the world seen such a leader, a true king of destiny, with selfless dream and legacy would astonish the world. A living bodhisattva who has taught an entire generation of Bhutanese to aspire for and build an unparalleled paradise on earth. But the true legacy of a king lies not in the thousands of miles of roads built, not in the battle square, not in the alliances forged, not in the uplifting of the masses, not in the molding of the constitution, but in the perpetuation of one's legacy through an heir. It lies in his son, the fifth Dragon King of Bhutan, Gyalpo Jigme Namgyel Wangchuck, the people's king of the Dragon Kingdom of Bhutan.